Hello Casiopians and welcome to Digital Casio. Today we'll be taking a look at the Casio DB-202. This is a lesser known Databank watch that was released in 1985 and carries the 669 module. It is virtually identical to the 502 module which could be found in the DB-200, a watch I reviewed a while back. I'll leave a link in the description below. The only other watch I know that shares this module is the DB-25B, which is the black resin version of this watch. The case on this one is resin, painted silver with this chrome finish, and it has these slightly mismatched buttons on the face. And the crystal is also made of a plastic resin. So the text on the bezel there is pretty well laid out. It's got two different yellows for the Databank and the Telememo 20. I'm not sure why they did that. And it's also got these blue accents for the front buttons there. And the LCD viewing area does seem to be a little small for the size of the watch. So as you can see on the right hand side there are no pushers whatsoever. And on the left hand side you have an inset pusher and a protruding pusher. So this watch has a completely stainless steel band and it has this easy adjust clasp on there. And the clasp has the Casio logo. So this has a stainless steel back which clips into place. To open this you'd need to remove one of the bands. You can see here that the band number is B815N. So overall the back, the pushers and the band are stainless steel, everything else is a resin plastic. So there are no LCD tests and there's no backlight on this watch, so we'll go straight into adjusting the time by pressing the adjust button in the top left corner. We use the buttons on the front here to make the adjustment, and we use the mode button on the bottom left to advance to the next digit. So the button on the front right advances forward, and the button on the front left goes in the reverse direction. So we'll set this to 3:30. So the calendar year runs from 1980, runs all the way through to 2019. So this one has already expired. I will set this to the year 2000. However, if you do want to use the auto calendar function in the year 2020 on a watch that's already expired, you can use 1992. The next adjustment that we will do is the month, and we'll set this to June. Next up is the date, and we'll set this to the 15th. So once you're done, press the adjust button and the time is now set. It's fairly straightforward setup, but there is worth noting that there's no daylight saving time. So the first function is the Telememo, and this can hold 20 records. To put our first record in, we press we have to move it to the record 1 and then press the adjust. You have a total of 4 characters to put in. To go forwards you press the right front, to go backwards you press the left front, and the mode advances to the next character. So 4 characters is a bit stingy, so all I can write is Cassie. So now we can put in a number which can be up to 12 digits long, and we can have spaces and dashes in there too. So once you're done, press the adjust button and that will store it in memory. And it does this cool little animation, and there's your record. And you can go through records by pressing the buttons on the front. So we'll move on to the next function. It should be noted that if you use anything in one of the functions and you press the mode button, it goes back to the time. So we have to press the mode button 3 times to get to the alarm. Now we can do an alarm test by pressing hold in the front right. This watch has 3 alarms and an hourly signal, which you can access by pressing the front right. Activating the alarm is pressing the front left. So we can set the alarm by following the same procedure as we did for setting the time. Notice that the current time is in the top right corner, which is a good feature, especially for a demonstration like this. So I'll set this to 3:35. And once you're set, press the adjust button to set that in place. Now we'll return to timekeeping mode and wait for the alarm. So it has a good 20-second alarm, and I'm surprised by how clear and loud this one is. So we'll go on to the next function, which is the dual time. And once again, we follow the same procedure for setting the time on here. And once you're done, press the adjust button to set that. So the next function is the countdown timer, and we can set a new time by pressing the adjust button and using the mode and the front right to adjust the time for 1 minute. Press the adjust button to set the time and the front right to start and stop the time. So the alarm lasts for 10 seconds and then stops. However, you can have a repeat function by pressing the adjust and pressing the front left. And an hourglass icon appears next to the timer. So the final function we have is the stopwatch. And we can start and stop this by pressing the front right, and we can use a split time by pressing the front left. It should be noted that there is no beep when you press the split time. To make use of the split time, we press the split, let the time continue, press the stop button, and then we can see the 2 times. And press the front left to reset to 0. So I almost forgot, in timekeeping mode, pressing the front right does change it to 24-hour mode. And you can change it back again. Front left does nothing. So that completes the functions of the DB-202. So as you can see, it's a pretty capable little watch. With its 3 alarms, its stopwatch, its databank, and a countdown timer. Yeah, it's pretty useful. So let's take a look and see how it looks on the wrist. So as you can see, it's a pretty good fit on my 7-inch wrist, and it looks pretty sharp too. There's no gaps or anything. It fits snug, and I don't have any problems with the band trying to pull my hair out. It's a fairly light watch, being just 45 grams, but that's mainly due to the construction being mainly resin. So functionality, I would give it a 7, practicality a 7, quality 3, availability 2, and collectability 9. So this gives a total score of 5.6 out of 10. So that's DB-202, a databank that's somewhat lacking in the quality department, but it's well featured. It's not very common, can be difficult to get hold of, which may inflict a higher price tag than more common databanks. This may not get much attention from the average collector, but personally I think this is a little Japanese gem that sits well in my Casio collection. So what's your view on the DB-202? Leave a comment below, and if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. You could also click on the subscribe button if this and other vintage Casios is your thing. In addition, you can click on the bell to get notifications of new content. So thanks for watching, and I'll leave you with the specs. Until next time, ta-ra!